Yo, what is up, guys? It is Gumby with Daily Fantasy Sports. I just wanted to give you a little rundown on tonight's lineups. First, I wanted to show you proof that I do win. Last night I did win 90 bucks, and I love it. I love getting that cash. But it's Wednesday night, NBA Wednesday night on ESPN, so let's watch some games tonight. Get some fantasy lineups in for you guys tonight. We got some good games tonight and some good players playing, and I love it because there's been some no-namers that have been playing really well and some injuries that not a lot of people know about where people could be playing a lot more. So I got a second lineup for your DraftKings people and my first lineup for FanDuel. I just joined FanDuel today. I'm not very scared, and I feel like I'm a threat in the FanDuel community. Just because I like how they have 60,000 salary cap, and that helps me out a lot, I think. But for FanDuel, I have you guys. It's kind of similar to the DraftKings, but at point guard we have Elfrid Payton going up against the Suns again. I love him. I love him as a pick. He's pretty consistent. He likes to show up in the fourth quarter. He gets a lot of minutes, and he's a scorer as a point guard as well. He gets a lot of assists as well. For our second point guard, we have John Wall. Everybody knows who John Wall is. He's a hell of a player. He's athletic. He's physical. He likes to take the ball to the lane. He gets to the free throw line. He gets assists. He gets rebounds. He's everything you want in a basketball player. So let's go with him tonight for 9,200 on FanDuel. For shooting guard, I have Caldwell Pope. Again, he had a good night, a good outing the other night. I think he's going to play, get a lot of minutes. He averages, I think, 36 minutes a game. He's on the court. So for 5,200, I think he's a hell of a pick for tonight. My other shooting guard, I'm going to have Kobe Bryant just because he likes to shoot the ball, and they're going up against Minnesota tonight at Minnesota. And I think in Minnesota, that's where he scored 62 points that one game. So I'm hoping he shoots a lot tonight. And that is the normal Kobe Bryant. He likes to shoot a lot. He gets rebounds as well just because he's another taller guy. For my shooting forward, I have Gordon Hayward. Again, another physical player. He's white. He's one of those white players that actually contends with the black shooting forwards, or small forwards, sorry. Look for him to score you some good points tonight. For 6,700, I think he's well worth it. For our second shooting forward, I have Otto Porter. He's been getting a lot of minutes as well, and he's been scoring a lot more than what he's been averaging. So pick him. He's a for sure for tonight. For my power forward, I have Pau Gasol. He's a rebounder. He's a scorer. He can shoot at the free throw line. He's another threat to every other fantasy league out there and fantasy team out there. He's going to be that consistent guy for you tonight. For our second power forward, we have Ilyasova for Detroit. He is a starter, and for 4,400, I think he is a hell of a player for tonight as well. I see him scoring his average, if not more, and just for how cheap he is, he's definitely worth putting in your lineup tonight. I also apologize for not being able to see this very well. My camera doesn't take very good pictures off my computer, and I can find better ways to do this, but I just find this the easiest way and the easiest and fastest way to get this out to you guys. So I'm sorry for that. And then for our center tonight, we have Karl Anthony Towns, another stud player going up against LA. Don't see him having a bad game at all because LA has a lot of problems with their center, and Roy Hibbert isn't going to contend with the #1 pick in the draft this year. So look for him to have a good game. Okay, let's move on to DraftKings, my second lineup for tonight. I really like this one as well. It looks very powerful. I have Darren Williams in there at point guard. He's been doing a lot better than his 31 excuse me, his 31 fantasy points a game. For 6,400, I think he's going to score you 36 points tonight in fantasy. Pick him up. He's a good player and cheap for tonight. For shooting guard, I'm going to have Kobe Bryant for 6,000 against Minnesota at the Target Center. He loves playing there, I've heard. And he likes to shoot the ball. He shoots it at least 18 times a game. At least 33% of those have to go in the hoop, and I see him getting to the foul line a lot. So pick him up. For shooting forward or small forward, I have Otto Porter. He's been scoring in the 30s for fantasy points the last 4 weeks, I think. Pick him up. He's a good pick. For my power forward, I have Miricic. He can shoot the 3-ball. He's been shooting a lot better than he has been. Look for him to score you a lot of points tonight, too. For my center, I have Pau Gasol. I love picking up Pau in my fantasy because he likes to score points, and he can give me 50 and he can give me 60 some nights. His 38 tonight against Boston, I can see him scoring a lot more just because I know Boston's a lot more physical and that stuff, but I could see him getting to the foul line a lot tonight too and grabbing a lot of rebounds just because our physical players aren't exactly tall. But for a specialty guard, I had Reggie Jackson. He had a bad outing. I hate saying that, but tonight I see him having a really good and wanting to show up with his last outing up against Memphis, and he's going to be guarded by Mike Conley, who's pretty quick, but he's not tall like Reggie is. And Reggie likes to pull down rebounds as well, which I like about him a lot. But for my forward, I have Marcus Thornton. He's a sleeper because tonight I don't think Trevor Ariza is going to be playing for Houston, and he scored 50 points when he went out when Trevor Ariza doesn't show up on there for 30. I think he's 3,800 tonight. Pick him up. He's a make-or-breaker, but he's a sleeper too, so not a lot of people will have him drafted. And my utility is going to be Derek Favors. You can switch him out with whoever else you think. I think Derek Favors is going to have a good game just because last night he didn't show up in the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. But Derek Favors against New York, I think he's going to be playing up against that, I don't know his name. It starts with a P, but he's a good player as well for New York. But Derek Favors is going to play really good tonight just because he's going to get a lot of minutes, and he likes to pull down rebounds, and he can get to the foul line. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'd love doing this for you guys. Comment. Leave me your suggestions, and good luck tonight, guys.